Case file designation, bleed 000. Classification level restricted. If you're accessing this recording, you either have clearance you shouldn't have or containment protocols have already failed. Either way, you need to know what you're dealing with. Case file came from St. Agnes Hospital. Incident 2019 11/15 3:17. Subject entered St. Agnes Hospital Emergency Department at 3:17 hours. November 15, 2009. Male, approximately 45 to 50 years of age, Caucasian, 5'10", medium build, no identification, no visible injuries, no footwear. Clothing was a gray wool coat, extensively worn, no manufacturing tabs, and a fabric analysis later showed that synthetic fibers that don't match any known textile patterns in our database. Subject exhibited calm, cooperative behavior. When questioned by intake staff about his condition, he repeatedly stated, "It's happening, I've been waiting for the shift." Subject exhibited calm, cooperative behavior. When questioned by intake staff about his condition, subject repeated the statement, "It's happening, I've been waiting for the shift." Deja vu. Initial assessment. Possible psychiatric episode, drug-induced altered state, and mild hypothermia-related confusion. Subject was processed for psychiatric evaluation per standard protocol. Status transferred to psychiatric wing at 3:45 hours. There is an evaluation log that is noted. It is all written. It is as follows. St. Agnes Psych Wing, Room 7B, audio log 2019, 11/15, 3:45. Attending nurse was Patricia Holbrook, RN, 15 years psychiatric experience. Subject, unidentified male, designated John Doe, 47. Can you tell me your name, Holbrook? The subject takes a long pause. Names are just labels for this version. Holbrook, this version of what? Subject. He appears to take a meditation posture, hands folded, controlled breathing, eyes closed. Silence for 9 minutes and 23 seconds. Eyes open, speaking without prompting. You're living inside the fracture now. There were other iterations, cleaner ones, versions where the boundaries held. I don't understand what you mean by, but this iteration, this is where it starts to bleed through, where the membrane gets permeable. Holbrook, sir, I need you to... Subject, looking directly at the security camera. I'm just a reminder. I'm what comes before the remembering begins. Note, subject maintained direct eye contact with camera 7B north for the entire statement. Camera position 3.2 meters above subject's sightline. They should not have been able to see where the camera was from that seated position. The evaluation continues for 26 minutes and 14 seconds. Nothing notable, apparently mostly repeating the same lines. When checked, followed digital evidence analysis report case 2019 11/15 SA. Dr. Sarah Chen, attending psychiatrist, ordered standard documentation review following evaluation. The audio files were retrieved from the secure server at 8:30 hours, November 16th. Technical finding shows that the file size was 47.2 megabytes, consisting of 26 minutes recording. Audio content was pure static, no voice patterns detected. File integrity 100%, no corruption or data loss. Metadata, all timestamps, and equipment signature show normal. Conclusion is that recording equipment functioned normally, audio content removed by unknown means. Immediate personal effects. There were 3 case incidences related to this. Nurse Patricia Holbrook, security guard Marcus Webb, and Dr. Sarah Chen. Nurse Patricia Holbrook filed sick leave on November 16th. Phone contact established November 18th. Subject reported severe face blindness affecting immediate family members. Resigned position November 19th without notice. Last known address was Flagstaff, Arizona. Status no contact. Security guard Marcus Webb reported temporal displacement episodes beginning November 17th, found deceased November 22nd, 3:17 hours. Chapel stairwell. Cause of death, asphyxiation, suicide note recovered. Single phrase repeated 47 times. I'm just a reminder. Dr. Sarah Chen's performance degradation noted on December 2019 documented treating non-existent patients, issuing prescriptions for individuals not in hospital database, administrative leave on February 2020, missing persons report filed August 2020. Vehicle recovered Nevada Route 95, mile marker 73, no signs of struggle. Note found, the remembering found me. More incidents on later case file. I've been working on a pattern recognition analysis, file cross-reference database search, reminder protocol. While compiling the St. Agnes report, automated keyword scannings identified similar terminology in archive cases across multiple jurisdictions. One case in Portland, Portland 2019 12/7, location Mercy General Hospital, 3:17, same time. Female approximately 40 to 45, matching physical parameters to St. Agnes subject. I'm just a reminder the shift is happening. Same statement. Subject entered a restroom facility, room found empty 10 minutes later, mirror cracked in a perfect spiral pattern, the word again found etched into the glass. Case in Los Angeles, 2020-02-14, Cedar Sinai Medical Center, 3:17 again, male matching St. Agnes perimeters exactly. Identical to previous case, similar disappearance pattern. 17 cases identified across 12 states, 24-month window. All incidents occurs at 3:17 hours. Geographical spread expanding outwards from central points in 127-mile radius increments. Consistency rate 100% phraseology match across all cases. This is not a random occurrence. Pattern suggests coordinated phenomenon or a single entity capable of multiple location manifestation. I went back to look at the St. Agnes Hospital security footage analysis. Camera log 7B hallway, November 15th, 4:03 hours. Subject is observed walking towards supply closet area. Corridor C. Subject approaches door C7, opens entry, steps inside, door closes. At 12:30, November 15th, personnel begin looking for him. Maintenance personnel report shows door C7 open for standard missing person search. Room contents was medical supplies, standard inventory, no other exits, no ventilation access sufficient for human passage. As far as physical evidence, the mirror wall mounted 24 inches by 18 inches, cracked origin point was the center. Wall damage to the rear wall, single word carved approximately 2 inches deep. The word was again. No fingerprints recovered, no DNA evidence recovered, no fabric samples or trace evidence. Everything was gone. Door status sealed by administrative order on November 15th, 1400 hours. Architectural anomaly reported. The hospital administration claims Corridor C was demolished in March 2020 for parking expansion. But satellite imagery analysis shows that Corridor C is still present as of last database update. Building schematics still include Corridor C in the current floor plans. There's a discrepancy in the maintenance log. No record of door C7 in the original hospital construction document. The door appeared in the security camera footage, but it's not in any building permits or inspection records. Physical evidence classified as anomalous. As for the file archival research project, government database analysis, my assignment, digital conversion and organization of cold case files, unexplained incidents, anomalous reports spanning from 1987 to 2019, though seems to be running longer than that. Search parameters, phrase matching, I am just a reminder, 1987 08 23 police report. Bakersfield PD. Subject found in an abandoned warehouse repeating phrase. Subject vanished from holding cell. Cell remained locked. No explanation on record. 1994 03 12 hospital instance Chicago General. Male subject. Psychiatric evaluation. Identical phrase documented. Subject disappeared from secured ward. Security footage shows subject entered supply closet, never exit. 2003-09-7 missing person case, Denver PD. Female subject reported missing after using phrase in voicemail to family. Last seen entering downtown parking garage. Vehicle found on level 3. Subject never located. Temporal analysis, incidents occurring with increasing frequency. Geographic spread expanding. Patterns acceleration noted after 2015. Hypothesis is these are not separate individuals. Physical descriptions, behavioral patterns, and disappearance methods suggest single entity or coordinated phenomenon spanning multiple decades. The file from Digital Forensics Lab, Audio Recovery Project, the St. Agnes recording. Officially containing only static, required specialized analysis. We used reverse audio processing, frequency isolation, spectral layering. At 72-hour mark of processing, underlying audio was detected. When we enhanced the audio, there was something underneath the static. It was a human voice. Heavily processed, speaking in reverse at 0.3 times normal speed. Said Thomas Serra, born 1987, 03, 22, died 2019, 11, 22. Charleston Memorial. Continues with names, dates, locations, approximately 400 individuals. Cross-reference names with missing persons database. 94% of the names correspond to individuals reported missing within 48 hours of locations of local reminder incidents. Psychological effects have shown that personnel who have heard enhanced audio report persistent auditory phenomena. Voice appearing in the background noise, electrical interference, ambient sound. Effects appear permanent. This analysis began experiencing auditory phenomenon after 127 hours of exposed to enhanced recording. They don't stop sometimes. It's tiring. A file current incident rate analysis. Frequency increase 2019, 17 documented case. 2020, 43 documented case. 2021, 127 documented case. 2022, 312 documented cases. Current rate is around 3 to 5 incidences daily. Recent case of note is Denver shopping complex. Security footage shows individual walking behind structural pillar. Width was about 0.9 meters. Failing to emerge, enhanced footage analysis reveals subjects visible in the background. Seated at the table in a restaurant demolished 2018. Subject appears to be waiting. In case Phoenix traffic intersection. Traffic camera recorded a vehicle traversing intersection under construction. Closed 8 months. License plate registered to deceased individual who died in 1987. The vehicle behavior suggests normal traffic flow through non-existent roadways. Containment status. Phenomenon spreading beyond controllable perimeters. File for analysis, personal log, classification, urgent, date, current, compromised. This morning I discovered a file on my secure workstation that I did not create. It was security footage, timestamp 3 months future. Location was Memphis hotel lobby. Shows this analyst checking into a hotel under assumed identity, behaving as if familiar with location. Analysis has no prior history with Memphis location or hotel chains. Lip reading analysis shows that the footage shows analysis speaking phrases. I am just a reminder. This phenomenon is no longer external to this investigation. This analysis appears to be integrated into the pattern. Time displacement. Episode 3 documented incidents. Memory gaps approximately 47 minutes recurring. Auditory phenomenon persistent and increasing. Recognition of location never visited. Containment of investigation personnel confirmed. Final case assessment. Bleed protocol. Phenomenon designation: the bleed. Reality integrity is failing. Multiple dimension versions bleeding through dimensional barriers. Subject appearing to be interdimensional messengers or symptoms of dimensional breakdown. Threat level is exponential expansion. No known containment method. Recommended protocol: avoid direct investigation of reminder incident. Do not attempt audio enhancement of related recording. Personnel exposure limited to 48 hours maximum. Containment personnel to be quarantined. This recommendation may no longer be viable. If you're reviewing this case file, I may no longer be in this dimensional iteration. The evidence suggests that I'm becoming part of the phenomenon I was investigating. I hope it's not me. I hope it's someone else. Just a different version. This reality is not the original version. Previous iterations exist with stronger dimensional barriers. Current iteration represents breakdown phase. Reminder entities are not warnings, they are symptoms. Once the bleeding reaches critical mass, dimensional collapse is inevitable. To whoever finds this, the fractures are expanding. Most will not see them, most will not want to see them. But if you begin noticing inconsistencies, places that shouldn't exist, people who don't belong, moments when reality doesn't align, you're becoming sensitive to the bleed. Once you see the crack, you become part of them. Welcome to the investigation. Try not to fall through. End of case file.